Ever seen the power of social media when you're scrolling on TikTok or Instagram and then boom, there's another 19 years old who become a millionaire? Comparing myself was destroying my success, and comparison is probably doing for yourself too. We all heard this proverb, comparison is killer of the joy. Exactly tell you how comparing myself to others was killing me. So I had last year a trip to Japan, and into this trip, one thing that I've seen is the serenity of Japanese people. At the same time, in Tokyo, Kyoto, everything is crowded, crazy, and people are 24/7 and don't stop. I've managed to see into the countryside, the tranquility, the peace of living a calm life. And that's exactly one thing that made me reflect my entire life, because if I didn't have to compare myself, if I didn't have to see someone else next to me and be like, wow, he has such a nice car or such a nice job or earn so much money, why I'm not in that position? And I think whenever you're comparing yourself, is basically you just taking a snapshot and take a picture of you and take a picture of that person and say, well, why I'm not exactly like this? And it's almost impossible because everyone born and is raised into a different environment. And because you're born and raised in different environments, success will always be different from one person to another person. Even the level of richness, like there's no exact person that will earn the same amount of money and dollars and spend the same amount of money and dollars as you. It's impossible because in the world we have 7 billion people. And one thing that I try to strive for is being the best for myself. And not just being the best for myself, but doing things that I like, that I enjoy doing. So one thing that I see, it's the killer of joy for many people. A lot of colleagues, friends, they always wanted to start their own clothing business or they wanted to start their own business, but never do. Why? Because they always compare themselves. Well, I don't have the skills of that person, or I don't have the money of someone else. I'm not venture capital back. And then this is exactly what make people give up on their dreams. We all think that we need some special sauce to make things happen. And one thing I realize is, look, you will have two ways of doing things in life. One is like myself, you just jump, do your best. You'll be probably like a duck into the lake, just pedaling and trying to survive, but you will eventually learn things and get things going, and things will grow. You roll with it and you just get it. And there is the other person who will always look for mentors, look for advices, and try to get everything perfect to the exact moment where they can just execute. And I'll be honest with you, if you're the second person, probably your business will never happen, and probably your ideas will never happen, and the goals you want to set and achieve will never happen because of this exact reason. You're waiting everything to be perfect. And unfortunately, I've been like that for 29 years until I realized, look, I don't mind. Things don't need to be perfect anymore. I can start things with less than I have. If I just have my phone camera, it will be with my phone camera. If I had this microphone, alright, it will be with this microphone. If I don't have this microphone, I'll find another solution. I will do another thing with a cheaper microphone, or even with my phone microphone. But I think is setting up less constraints into your life and trying to just do things. Because every moment I was comparing myself, I was just wasting my time. I was literally not gaining anything. The moment you compare, you're not actually doing anything productive in terms of like your mental energy or your body, your physical energy. For example, the two biggest players in the world, Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, they share the same stage for 15 years. Imagine if Cristiano compare himself against Messi and think like, well, I need to maybe be a better shooter than, oh, maybe I need to do more goals than Messi, or I need to dribble better than Messi. He would have been wasting his time. He just needs to be better than himself every day. And that's exactly what we need to do ourselves as well. We just need to be better than ourselves. Whenever you're putting other person in comparison, you're losing your essence. You're losing yourself, because either you try to copy some behaviors of that person, or you will just feel like desperate and tired why you cannot achieve the same results of that person if you're doing the same thing as them. But there's nothing in life that's promised. Me and you, we can both run paid ads and we can have different outcomes. And if we run 10 times each other, we 10 times we will have different outcomes than each other. And that's not because of luck, that's not because of skills, that's because life is like this. Life is not set into rules, into formula. I know it's very easy to think that almost everything can be set in rules, formulas, and equations, but that's exactly not how life works. Basically, life, you need to just accept that sometimes you don't have control over things, and you just need to do your best and keep doing and keep showing up until things happen. And of course, improving yourself every time.